Hey, what it do? So today's pick a card reading is, what do people find alluring about you? Okay, basically, what do people find appealing or attractive or captivating about you? Okay, this pick a card reading, one of my subbies asked me to do today. All right, so let's get into it. We have pile 1, the lipstick pen. All right, the red lipstick pen. Pile 2, we have the red feather. For those of you who may want to choose pile 2, we have the red feather. And pile 3, we have the red root chakra candle. Okay, feel free to choose more than one pile because more than one pile can be for you. Also, I will be sure to timestamp each pile and leave it below in the description box as well. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so for those of you who chose pile 1, the red lipstick pen, we're about to see what do people find alluring about you. Basically, what do people find attractive about you, okay? What basically brings people in, draws people in, okay? We have the devil. We have the Chariot. We have the Hierophant. We have the Strength card. We have the 7 of Wands, the High Priestess. We have Lust. We have High Priestess of Spirit. And we have Forbidden. All right, so pile 1. What do people find alluring about you? I feel like it's your sex appeal. I feel like a lot of you are very sexy. Your sex appeal is alluring, okay? I feel like some of you may dress sexy. And then I just feel like some of you are just naturally sexy, okay? Something about your face is what I'm getting as well. I feel like some of you have alluring eyes, okay? And I'm not, I'm about to get into these other 2 cards in just a second, okay? But before I get into them, like I said, some of you, your eyes, you have very, alluring eyes. There's something about your eyes, okay? Very magnetic, okay? Very sexy, okay? Seductive. You have some type of seductive look about yourself, okay? I also feel like for some of you, the way you dress is alluring, okay? It's very sexy. I feel like some of you, you dress very sexy, it's very appealing, okay? and it draws people in. I also feel like a lot of you, your body is something about your body. I feel like you may have a nice body, sexy body. Something about your body is just very alluring. I'm hearing some of you, you have a very curvy body. Some of you, for my women, I feel like you have a nice size behind, or just a nice butt in general, okay? A nice chest for my men, or even for my women, you might have nice breasts, is what I'm getting as well. You definitely have some type of seductive look about yourself, okay? That draws people in. I also feel like a lot of you are very confident, okay? Very confident within yourself, who you are, or confident in your body. So some of you may wear fitted clothes, tight clothes, or just revealing clothes, because with the strength card coming out, I feel like a lot of you are very confident within yourself. So, and it shows, all right? These last two cards, we have Pisces. So some of you may be a Pisces, or you may be a water sign in general. You could be a Cancer, or a Scorpio, or you could have a water sign placement in your chart. Some of you may be a fire sign. You could be a Sagittarius, or Aries, or a Leo. If not, you may have a fire sign placement in your chart. This is why I'm getting so much spiciness going on, okay? You know, the Forbidden card came out. So I feel like with this Forbidden card, I feel like a lot of you, I just feel like you're not easy to get, okay? And this is why I feel like the Forbidden card came out, because I feel like a lot of you are not, it's not easy access to you. You're not easy to get. You're giving me hard to get vibes, okay? You give off a look, like, you know, you give off look, but don't touch, okay? That's the type of vibe y'all give off. Look, but don't touch. Some of you also, I feel like some of you, for my ladies, you may have a resting biatch face. You may have a resting bitch face as well, as what I'm getting. Also, with the Devil card coming out, I feel like you're very tempting. You're very tempting. You also, pal, when you have a lot of people that lust after y'all as well. I feel like they may dream or fantasize about you, even though they feel like they can't have you. That doesn't stop them from dreaming and fantasizing about you. Some of you also may have tattoos, and your tattoos are very sexy to some people and alluring. You're definitely very tempting. I also feel like some people may think you're a tease, okay? Because, you know, the 7 of Wands came out. So I feel like some of you definitely, you know how to protect your energy, okay? You know not to. I feel like y'all don't let a lot of people in, or a lot of people connect with y'all. Can't too many people have you, okay? And that's why, you know, that's very attractive, okay? It makes people want you more, okay? Is what I will say. The fact that you are protective of your energy, and you don't let any and everybody have a piece of your pie, baby. The Devil, look, she's eating some pie, okay? Yeah, so I feel like y'all definitely don't have let a lot of people have a piece of your pie. Especially for my ladies, for my women, that just turns them on even more. It's even more attractive and alluring, and it makes people really want you even more. It's even more appealing, okay? I'm gonna pull a few more cards, you guys, from my deck right here. Before I end this reading, but y'all just very sexy, appealing. You have such a like a seductive look about you. In your body, it's something about y'all body, okay? I feel like some y'all are thick, for sure, okay? And that really turns people on. Look, romantic. I feel like people romanticize about y'all, okay? Mm-hmm. And I also feel like some of y'all may have some type of class about yourself. You may be sexy, but you classy. You know, you classy with it. I also feel like some of y'all may be natural. Yeah, I feel like some of y'all may be natural. You know. We have lust at first sight. We have mature. So some of y'all could be older or just have a very mature mindset. Also, the high priestess. I feel like some of y'all are very intuitive, you know, okay? Very intuitive. So I feel like you may read people very well, okay? And some of you may be a no-nonsense. Even though you're sexy, you have all this sex appeal. You have like this no-nonsense thing about you, okay? Even if you're not older, or older woman or an older man, your mindset is you're very mature for your age, is what I will say. Lust at first sight. A lot of people lust after y'all. Oh, wow. Y'all, that's confirmation. Remember, lust came out, then we have lust at first sight. Very lusty. That's why I feel like, you know, with y'all being, this high priestess came out, and then we also have high priestess of spirit. Some of you could be, some of you I'm getting could be very spiritual, very in tune with your higher self, very in tune with spirit. And I feel like y'all, you know that a lot of people that come up to you or that are eyeing you or watching you, you know that it's just lust, okay? So you're smart enough not to let those type of people in. Yeah, because I definitely feel like a lot of you are very guarded, but you're smart. I feel like you're intelligent, you're smart enough to know that everybody is not deserving of you, okay? Is what I'm getting. Look, a very intuitive was one of the cards that hit the table, okay? That ain't even supposed to be in the deck, whatever that is. But very intuitive, confirmation. Y'all too smart. Y'all intuitive. You know a lot of people be lusting after you. And this is why you may come off as being a tease or hard to get. Because you know, like, you're not just going to let anybody in or have anybody have access to you. Is what I'm getting. Leader. I knew some of y'all may be leaders because the Hierophant came out. You could be a boss. You could be a teacher. Some type of leader of some kind. You could be a nurse, a doctor, just whatever, a school teacher. Definitely feel like y'all have people that lust over y'all, crush over y'all, you know. Some of the people, it just may be for wrong reasons, you know, naughty reasons, because lust. Yeah, I just feel like y'all are very sexy, very attractive, okay? And some of y'all know that y'all are very good looking, and it's hard for y'all to let people in because for some of you, you may not know, like, is this person really trying to get to know me or they're trying to get to know my body? You know what I'm saying? Because some of you, you know that you look this darn good, okay? But it's like, is this person, you're guarded because you're like, is this person after me? Is this person really going to take the time out to get to know me? Or are they just really just looking at me like lusting after me? Or are they really just, or are they trying to just get me in the bed, basically, you know? Beauty and brains. I feel like a lot of you are beauty and brains. Because we have the Hierophant out and the High Priestess. So I definitely feel like a lot of you are smart. A lot of you are intelligent, you know? You look good, but you're not just that. You know, if people take the time out to know you, they will know that you're more than just your looks. You're not just sexy. Yeah, a lot of people get a sexual attraction. This is why you're alluring, because a lot of people get sexually attracted to you easily just by seeing you. may have nice dimples. Some of you may have dimples, okay? And that's alluring as well. Yeah, people attracted to your dimples. We have charming. Some people find you to be charming. We have exotic. Yeah. A lot of you have like exotic looking features. You look a bit foreign, okay? You look very exotic, very erotic. Y'all turn people on. Like I said, some of y'all, you know, without even trying, people get turned on. For sure, for sure. Also, some people get witchy vibes from y'all. You know, definitely was getting there with the high priestess. Some y'all just could be very intuitive, spiritual. I feel like some of you, I don't feel like all of you are, but I feel like some of you are spiritual and you may wear crystals on you. Even if they're not seen, you may keep a crystal in your bra for my women, or for my men and my women, you might keep crystals in your pockets or something, you know, but you give off a witchy vibe, some of you. That's what I'm getting. Mysterious. But they just keep people want to know more. This sexy, mysterious vibe about you. Because I definitely feel like I said, with the 7 of Wands, y'all guarded. Y'all don't let people know too much about you. But that makes them want to know more. It definitely makes them want to know more about you. For some of you, it's followers. Yeah, for some of you, it's on your social media, whichever social media account you have. It may be a TikTok, it may be Instagram, it may be Facebook, who knows? It could be YouTube, it could be some subscribers. But people follow you. Be checking you out, you know what I'm saying? Find you to be very sexy. They lust over you, okay? Yeah. Let me pull a couple more before I end this, y'all. But y'all just very sexy. The way you dress, you just look, you're very good looking, you know? And it draws people in, you know? Like I said, some of y'all, them eyes, there's something about them eyes, baby. I feel like some of y'all, for my women, some of y'all wear lashes. Or you just naturally have pretty nice lashes as well. That's what I'm getting. I feel like some of y'all a little spicy, you know. You might have a little attitude, you know what I'm saying? A little too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's sexy, you know what I'm saying? It's sexy. People like that. Yeah, people really lust on y'all. Let me put this up, y'all. I don't know why I'm still shuffling. You know why I'm still shuffling, okay? Because it's just plain and clear that, you know, y'all just very sexy. Some of y'all naturally just sexy, seductive. And you have people that feel like you play hard to get, okay? You know, like I said, with the forbidden coming out, people lust after y'all. And the forbidden coming out, you're not easy to get. And that just draw people to you. You know, that just draw people, I said people. People to you more. That makes them really want you. That makes people want you more. Because they know that you're not easy to get. You're prized. Yeah. Some people look at y'all like y'all prized. Baby, y'all more than a prize. If you ask me, y'all sound like a blessing, okay? But yes, you have some people that look at you like you're a prize, like you're a trophy. Yeah, just want to show you off. These people ain't, y'all smart, y'all intuitive, y'all know what's right for you and what's not. And this is why some of y'all are guarded, because I feel like some of y'all get hit on by the most just, yeah, I said, I sure did. You know, type of people. People who are just more surface level. I feel like a lot of you get hit on a lot of the times by surface level people. That's sad, but I'm just saying. I strongly feel like that's why y'all be guarded too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of surface level, shallow people try to hit on y'all. You know what I'm saying? And those type of people, surface level people, shallow people, ain't gonna really know how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Especially with y'all being very intuitive as well. So I feel like some of y'all are empaths and some of y'all are deeper than this. Y'all need someone who can get you on a deeper level, not just so strongly attracted to you on the physical and gonna look at you like you're a trophy girlfriend or boyfriend or a trophy wife or husband. You feel what I'm saying? Like you're a charm on their arm. Like, no, you need something deeper than that. So it is what it is. Bunch of people just be listing, okay? I feel like a lot of y'all, or some of y'all know y'all sexy. Y'all be working it. Y'all know. You know you sexy, honey. Some of y'all may, and I feel like some of y'all may play hard to get, you know? But I feel like some of y'all ain't playing. Y'all are hard to get. You feel what I'm saying? You are hard to get. You ain't got time for that. Just, you know your worth. Any old body cannot have you. And it's just that on that, you know? But, or y'all just, you know what you want. And some of these people coming up to you is not it. It's what I'm hearing for my men and my women. Period. All right? But, you know, that completes this reading, this message. If it resonated with you, give it a like, comment, or subscribe. If you did not, feel free to check out any of my other pals, okay? But I thank you so much. Until next time. All right. So for those of you who chose pal 2, the red feather, we're about to see, what do people find alluring about you? Okay. Basically, what do people find appealing, attractive, captivating, all that, baby. All right. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Fool. We have the Magician. We have Temperance. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Sun. Difference. We got difference. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see that there. All right. And the black and white cat. And it says differences. We have Risk. Look, old girl jumping off the cliff, baby. Risk. Fulfillment. Oh, y'all, before I get to these legs too, I'm just gonna go right into it, okay? Well, you know what? Let me go on here since I flipped it over and I seen it. I gotta go to it. Leo, some of y'all could be fire sign for sure, because the sun, that's just confirmation because the sun came out. So that's giving me Leo. Some of y'all are Leos, or you may be a fire sign, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. If not, you may have a fire sign placement in your chart. And we have Earth, so some of you may be an Earth sign, okay? You could be, okay. Wait a minute, y'all. You know I gotta go into it. Yeah, and look, Temperance came out, so I know some of y'all definitely some Earth signs. That's just confirmation. Okay, some of y'all could be water signs as well, is what I'm getting. I will say, pal, too, what do people find alluring about you? I feel like your personality is alluring, okay? I feel like y'all have a beautiful personality. A big personality is what I'm hearing. Also, I feel like your smile is alluring. People love your smile. Some of y'all may have dimples, is what I'm getting. Your energy is alluring. So be careful of energy vampires. Because with the sun coming out, you know, everybody is drawn to the sun. Everybody is drawn to the sun, all right? And unfortunately, energy vampires are too. So you may have experienced energy vampires in the past. If not, just be careful of energy vampires being drawn to you, because, you know, everyone's drawn to the sun, you know, and your energy is very alluring, you know. Your vibe is what I'm hearing. You're full of flavor. This is what is alluring. You're just full of flavor. You're very flavorful. And your style is very alluring too. I just feel like y'all may be very authentic is what I'm hearing. Y'all my very authentic pal. Very original. Very different and unique. And you know, my definition of different is different only means being yourself. So I feel like y'all are very different, meaning you're original. You're yourself. You're very authentic. So that's what's very alluring about you as well. People like that, okay? You're interesting. And that's alluring. Because people want to know more, okay? You're interesting, meaning you're never boring. And of course not, you're flavorful, baby. You got like 101 flavor. Okay, flavors about you, you know? I feel like, pal, too, you may be trendsetters. Like, you don't follow trends. You do your own thing, okay? Got your own style. And some of you may be very creative as well. But yes, you give off your what's alluring is that you're different to most people. People find you to be different or unique, okay? And also, you make people feel good. That's why I said be careful of energy vampires, okay? Who will just only come to use you and drain you of your energy. All right? Just to drain and suck the life out of you, because I feel like a lot of you are full of life. Also, just heard some of y'all are the life of the party. People love for y'all to come around. Your personality, your energy is just banging, baby. It's banging. It's alluring. You know, it draws people in. Your light, your inner light, okay? For sure. I also feel like a lot of you are pleasing to the eye as well. You're good. You know, you look good. So, that's a plus. But like I said, straight confirmation with the sun coming out. Everyone is drawn to you. And I also feel like those of you who chose Pal 2, you are everyone's type. You know, you have those people who have a type, but when it comes to you, people find themselves not having a type anymore, okay? When you come around, you're everyone's type. Even those who think they have a type, when you come around, you be the opposite of their type or what they usually go for or go after or accept or be with. Yeah. You attract everyone to you. That's why I will keep telling you, be careful of energy vampires, because you are the sun, baby. And everyone is drawn to you. Everyone is drawn to you. You have very beautiful energy. I don't know exactly what y'all look like. You know what I'm saying? Everybody look like. I feel like some of y'all definitely good looking on the outer, but everybody is giving me beautiful energy. And your energy is very alluring. And that's why I constantly tell you that your type of energy brings in even the not so good people, okay? Energy vampires who wants to drain the life out of you. Suck the life out of you, basically. Yeah. Use you for that big, beautiful light that you have, you know. That's like the biggest thing you have. You have a very big personality. A good sense of humor is what I'm hearing. You also giving me with the food, spontaneous. People never know with you. Never know what they're going to get, baby. And you're exciting. Definitely feel like some of you are versatile. You have different style. You're not just stuck to one style or one way of looking or dressing yourself, styling yourself. About to pull a few from this pile right here, y'all. From my deck right here, I said this pile. But you're different. When people get a hold of you, they don't want to let you go, baby. I feel like some people will talk your ear off as well. When first meeting you or just talking to you, like, you have good energy, good vibes, and people connect with you. They don't want to let you go. It's hard for people to let you go, pal, too. Whether you cut an ex off or just anything, it's hard for them to let you go. Okay. All right, y'all. We have unique. That's just confirmation. Dimples. That's confirmation. Some of you have dimples, okay? Because I definitely feel like, pal, too, your smile is alluring. People, something about your smile, people are drawn to. They're attracted to. Confirmation, versatility. I feel like a lot of you definitely are versatile. You may have more than one style or more than one way of doing things, but that's alluring as well. That draws people in as well, because I feel like you're not stuck on one style or a trend. You may switch it up, and it could be your style, your way of dressing, or your hair, or your makeup. For my women who wear makeup, you know. For my men, your facial hair is alluring. People find it to be attractive. You're mesmerizing to people, pal, too. Some people can see themselves marrying you. They feel like you may be the wifey type or the hubby type once they get a little dose of you or just speaking to you. You're definitely unforgettable to people. And I feel like you touch people on a soul level. Did you just hear me? Do I need to rewind it back, pal, too? Y'all touch people on a soul level. And this is why you're unforgettable. I feel like you're maybe a very joyous person. You make people happy. You bring happiness. Your vibe is just very pure is what I'm hearing. Some of y'all, and I got a couple pages out. So some of you could be youthful, meaning you could be young, or you could be young, look young for your age, or have a very youthful spirit, playful spirit or vibe about yourself. Just very youthful energy as well is what I'm hearing. Confirmation, nice smile. Y'all have a very nice smile, pal, too. Confirmation, original. People are drawn to your smile. People are drawn to your authenticity, your originality, good energy. People are drawn to your energy. Confirmation, people are drawn to your good vibes. Some people find you to be fun, funny, exciting, and adventurous is what I keep hearing as well. And they're drawn to that. And they're drawn to your confidence. The confidence, you're confident. I feel like a lot of you are confident within who you are. Confident to be yourself. Express yourself the way you want to express yourself. A lot of you are definitely leaders, is what I'm hearing, and not followers, because I definitely feel like a lot of you are trendsetters. You don't really, may not follow the trend. You may do your own thing. You make your own rules in life, especially with the food coming out. You feel free to be yourself, and that draws people in. People are intrigued by you, pal, too. Swaggy. What I tell y'all, this confirmation, y'all style, y'all swag. People are drawn to it. People are, it's attractive, it's appealing, it's alluring. Boss, it's captivating as well. So some of you come off as like you're a boss. Some of you may be a boss or an entrepreneur. Different. Confirmation. A lot of you are very different. And it draws people in. It draws people in. You're very alluring. Power to very alluring, very attractive, you know. Your energy. It's your energy, baby. Your personality. Your charm for some of you. And I feel like some of y'all know what to say. You know just what to say to people. You know, very charming. And that just brings people in as well. Like, as well, people are attracted to it. I just heard people are attracted to some of y'all voice as well. But you bring a lot of flavor. I feel like y'all are not boring either. Y'all are very intriguing, interesting, very delightful to have around. And this is what draws people in as well. You're very exciting. I just heard people don't really have a dull moment with you, or at least this is what people feel like. They feel like they will not have a dull moment with you. Yeah. Power two. Yep. And I feel like y'all, with this difference card, before I end this power two, I feel like a lot of people are attracted to you, whether you know it or not, like different. Because with the differences, I feel like it's, for a lot of you, it's different races. For some of you, it's like opposite gender and same gender. Like, definitely, I'm getting different races. A lot of people who feel like they have a type, when they meet you or when they see you, you change that. They thought they had a type until you came along, okay? Until you came around, till they saw you or till they met you. So you change people's mind. Yep, power two. Beautiful, beautiful power two. All right. That completes this reading, this message, power two. If it resonated with you, give it a like, comment, or subscribe. If it did not, feel free to check out any of my other pals. All right. But I thank you so much. Until next time. All right, so for those of you who chose pile 3, the root chakra candle, we're about to see, all right? We're about to see, what do people find alluring about you, okay? Basically attractive, appealing, captivating, intriguing, or whatnot, okay? Strength, we have the strength card. Definitely feel like a lot of you may be confident, very confident person. Temperance, maybe a very balanced person as well. 2 of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Empress, 9 of Pentacles. We have confidence. Confirmation. A lot of you very confident. At least this is how you come off. Love. And beauty. And that's honestly just confirmation with the Empress coming out. Because you know the Empress is all about beauty. Love, okay? Also, some of you could be moms, okay? You could be mothers. Also, again, some of you could be fathers as well, okay? You just could be very beautiful and handsome. I'm just getting your beauty is what's alluring. Pile 3, your beauty, your looks. Even for my men, your handsomeness. Like you're handsome, you look good. And it's very your physical attraction. You're physically very attractive, and that's what's alluring about you, Pile 3. I also feel like it's something about your hair that is very alluring as well, Pile 3. For my men, it could be, if it's not your hair on your head, it could be your facial hair. Could be a beard or chin hair or a mustache or whatnot. I also feel like some of you could be very, could be classy, a classy type of man or, you know, guy or woman. Also with this candle, those of you who chose the candle, I feel like I also feel like what may be alluring about you, I feel like your fragrance. I feel like a lot of you smell good. You smell nice. Who chose this pal? You have a really strong fragrance, cologne for my men, or just, you know, nice smelling perfume for my women. It's just something about your fragrance, your smell. It smells very good and it's alluring. It's very attractive. Okay, for my men, you have some really, I don't want to say really strong cologne, but it's strong, meaning like it smells good. You leave your scent, like you walk from point A to point B, you make it to point B, we still smell you back here in point A, okay, where you started. We still smell you after you gone. And it's a good smell though, okay? And then same thing for my women. It's like you smell good, you know. Maybe y'all wear expensive perfume, or just people remember your smell is what I will say. And that's what's alluring, attractive, appealing as well. People also, I feel like they get a gentleness from y'all, Pile 3. People get a gentleness from you. I feel like my men, a lot of you may be gentlemen, you know, is what I'm getting. And that's attractive and alluring as well, because people's not used to that nowadays, and people like that. I even feel like my women, you're gentle. You don't mind letting your guy open the door and all that. You're not so manly, or, you know what I'm saying? Like you're more soft. I feel like my women are more soft, and who chose this pal, and my men, or at least you come off this way. My men, you come off as like a gentleman. We have Virgo, so some of you could be an earth sign. And we have air, so some of you may be an air sign as well, okay? You could be a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra, okay? Like I said, some of you may be an earth sign. Or you may be a Virgo, or you may have an earth sign placement. Because I'm definitely getting earth sign with the temperance. Some of you may be a Leo, or you may be a fire sign. Some of you may be a water sign is what I'm getting as well. Yep. I also feel like, Pile 3, the way you sit or the way you move is alluring as well, okay? People pay attention to your posture, I feel like. People really pay attention to your posture, the way you sit. Some of you, I feel like, you know, my women, you could sit with your legs crossed. Something about the way y'all sit, Pile 3. And then the way you move. It's something about the way you move that is attractive, appealing to others, okay? So I'm just pulling a few cards from my deck, y'all. Loving. I just feel like there's confirmation with the Empress card coming out, for sure. I just feel like it's confirmation, because you know the Empress is very loving. Give me a motherly energy, caring, you know, all that. So, I just feel like there's definitely confirmation. A lot of you are very, like, loving and caring. You have some people who can definitely see themselves. I feel like it's love at first sight for you, Pile 3. Love at first sight. It's this gentleness people get from you, pile 3. Ooh, that's some watts right there, buddy. That's a hell of a watt. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. We have loving. That's just, oh, we already been through that, baby. Loving. All right, romantic. I feel like people romanticize about y'all. Some of y'all could be natural beauties because they hit the table. You have people that view you to be the whole package. This is what they think. And confirmation, your hair. It's something about your hair, pile 3. It's very alluring, okay? And love at first sight. Confirmation. What I tell y'all? People get this love at first sight vibe from y'all. Confident. I definitely feel like a lot of you are confident when the strength card came out. Confident. You give off this confidence about yourself, how you hold yourself. You definitely have strangers that fall in love with you at first sight, you know. Strangers who stare at you. You may catch people staring at you is what I'm hearing. Well-mannered. Definitely feel like a lot of you are well-mannered, or you look well put together. Confirmation, my man, you are handsome, okay? You are very handsome. Confirmation, the way you move. I told y'all the way you move is alluring. I told you the way you sit or the way you move is alluring, okay? Something about your posture. People pay attention to it. It's appealing and it's attractive. Oh, confirmation, nice posterior. People pay attention to your posture, pile 3. You have people who view you to be perfection. Perfection. And they're attracted to it, full of life. So I definitely feel like, let me see. This is why people view you to be the whole package. You have people that they're attracted to you because they view you to be the whole package. They think you're full of life. Basically, you have a beautiful energy. But they find you to be physically attractive as well. I was going to say, oh, so they find you to be attractive as hell. Because attractive as hell was finna come out my mouth. And I meant attractive as well, but attractive as hell was finna come out. So y'all have people who find out to be attractive as hell. And they find you to be attractive as hell because not only are you physically attractive, but your energy is attractive as well. Period. You know what I'm saying? You got this very loving energy or vibe about you. My man, you come off like you a gentleman. Like, they're like, oh, yes, honey. Like, people can see themselves married to y'all. Or having y'all kids, or you having a kid. You know what I'm saying? You have strangers that be really watching y'all close is what I'm getting. Some of y'all could be mature. You could be older. Or you just carry yourself in a mature manner. Okay? Have a very mature mindset or something for your age. Charming. Y'all very charming. Enchanting is what I'm hearing. People find some of y'all to be very enchanting. That's why they be over there having romantic thoughts about you, romanticizing and stuff. Period. Ooh. Ew. Look, reserved. So some people may find you to be a bit reserved, but they like that, you know. They may feel like not too many people have had you or can get you. So that makes them even more, you know, like really want you. For my men, I just heard suave. People get like this Rico suave about you. People also find some of y'all features to be nice. They like your features, nice features. Let me pull a couple more before I end this, y'all. I'm going to pull a couple more. It say body goals, so people are attracted to y'all body as well. And people find y'all to be sexy as well, pile 3. Oops, snap, honey. Child, that is too much. Keep flying out, and I only need a little bit. 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 All right, y'all. I'm trying to pull y'all a couple more before I end this, but y'all just look good. I feel like y'all energy is attractive. Yeah, people find y'all to be down to earth. Look good, but you down to earth. You know, you have people, a lot of people that think they too much, you know. They look good, and then they just think they shit don't stink type shit, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like y'all are down to earth. You look good, but you down to earth. You know how to humble yourself, okay? You don't think you better than nobody. At least you don't come off like that, you know what I'm saying? You don't come off like that, period, you know? Is what it is. All right, let me, people definitely get good vibes from you. So, okay. Yeah. They like your energy. But they like what they looking at as well. They realize, like, okay, you're not just good looking. You actually have good energy, too. And tattoos, I'm going to take it. Because I feel like some of y'all got some tattoos. Or you have a tattoo. Because this wanted to pop out. And it kept showing itself. And I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to take it. Because I was like, you know, the other pal had a tattoo. Had tattoos. Could this one have tattoos too? But it was finna drop, so I'm gonna take it. I feel like some of y'all got either a tattoo or you have multiple tattoos. Some of you. For that to do that, period. You're mesmerizing, pile 3. You're mesmerizing, okay? And this is why, you know, you're alluring. People, they don't forget you, baby, period. People like looking at you. People like staring at you. And that's just that on that. These 2 cards fell down. And I think that's all I'm going to take. Stylish. So I feel like y'all can dress too. You look very nice. You put yourself together very well. You're very well groomed. You look very put together. Like I said, I'm hearing perfectionist. So some people may look at you like you're perfection. Okay. And that's just confirmation. The whole package. Wow. You know, I got to find it, y'all, because that's just confirmation. Remember, I had the whole package came out already, and it comes out again. Like, you know, I got to find it for y'all, because this is funny. And, wow, I always get to pile this, the whole freaking package. People view y'all to be the whole package. And this is why they're attracted to you. They find you to be captivating because they're looking like, wow, you're the whole package. But I feel like they find you to be the whole package, pile 3. Not just your looks. People tend to be attracted to not just your physical looks, but they love your energy as well. Yeah, they love your energy. People are attracted and drawn to your energy in your physical appearance. So when they find out, I feel like they're first drawn to your physical appearance. I feel like y'all look good. I feel like for my women, you're beautiful. Some of y'all are natural beauties is what I'm getting. And I just feel like some of y'all, even if you may wear weave or you may wear makeup, you naturally look good as well. Even better when you're not wearing it. But people view you to be the whole package because not only what draw them to you is your physical appearance, your physical attractiveness. But then they find out like, wow, a lot of people find out like you actually have beautiful energy or personality. And then they're like, wow, you're the whole package. So some people look at y'all like the wifey type or hubby type. People are definitely drawn and attracted to your outer beauty. And then people find out that you have a beautiful inner world as well. Beautiful energy. You're full of life. This is why you look so damn good. This is what I'm hearing, okay? So people are really attracted to a lot of things about y'all, pal 3. Y'all amazing. This is why y'all come off. The whole package fell out 2 times. This is why y'all come off like the whole package. Because people find a lot of things that they're attracted to about you. And some people would love for you to be there. They romanticize about you. But I feel like, you know, I'm hearing like that 10 of Cups type. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot. They wouldn't even want to let you go. Like, like you have people that are really drawn to you. They would love to have you to themselves, okay? But I thank y'all so much, okay, pal 3? Beautiful, beautiful, okay? Y'all are beautiful inside and out. Is what's very alluring, attractive, and appealing about you. Because people are first captivated by your outer shell, by your physical appearance, attraction. They have physical attraction for you, but then some people get to see a bit. They could follow you on social media or whatnot, or get to meet you or see you in public or just speak to you. And then they feel like they find out or they start seeing like, wow, it's more to you. It's depth. DPTH is more to you than just your outer beauty. Shoot, your inner matches your outer. And that's even more alluring to them. And this is why, pal 3, a lot of people view y'all to be the whole package. And that's very attractive, okay? Very attractive, okay? Who wouldn't want the whole package, period? Ain't no more looking when they meet you. When it come to you, they're like, oh, shoot, I gotta have these, period. All right? But I thank y'all so much, pal 3. If it resonated with you, give it a like, comment, or subscribe. If you did not, feel free to check out any of the other pals. Also, feel free to go on my channel and check out my Pick a Card Messages playlist as well, okay? But I thank you all so much, okay? Until next time.